For all your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Hey there, your yard took a real beating this summer. Luckily, Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard has your back. Just feed your grass with Scott's again this fall when the air is cool and the soil is warm. It's the perfect time to give your lawn a boost. If you do, Winter Guard will give your yard the nourishment it needs to help weak, thin grass recover and support root growth, giving you a greener, more resilient lawn both now and next spring. Guaranteed. Grab a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard today. You'll be back to barbecuing in no time. This is a Scott's Yard.
Hey parents, we all try to be extra careful with our children in the car, but then we get an important call or text. Remember, our children are watching. Make every drive a good example. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our Teen Driver Safety Program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Boss Man Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
Back in the Boss Man Show here with Coach Penny Hardaway, the Memphis Tigers, out of AAC. Coach Hardaway, how's life treating you guys over in the city of Memphis in 901, man?
You know, with everything going on, we can say we're still blessed, man. There's been a lot of people that have been affected by the COVID. I haven't had anyone in my family that's been affected, but just understand that there have been friends that have been affected, and to understand all of that and still have your health, still be able to get up and come to the gym and still have basketball practice, man, is a blessing.
Now, let's about the March, Coach Hardaway. March 11th, when everything's kind of got shut down, the NBA, NCAA-wise, your team was, probably in the AAC tournament there, getting ready for that, then having to go home from that to go on school online virtually, then having to be in their own environment. So how'd you handle that with your team and your staff and your players from going from being in a tournament mode to just being like, wow, we're back home, trying to get stuff done here and be safe?
Yeah, it was really a crazy moment for me because instantly I understood the magnitude of what had just happened. By us having our conference tournament ending, you don't have a conference tournament, then there's not going to be an NCAA tournament. There was no way they could still have an NCAA tournament. So I started thinking about all of the guys that were going to be one and done, started thinking about all the seniors around the country, started thinking about high school. Like, this is going to affect high school to the point where they probably won't have the rest of their season, prom, graduation. Started thinking about that type of a magnitude, and man, it just started to be a little sad that it was happening like that. And then for us as a team, not to be able to go in and prove ourselves in our conference tournament to try to get our first bid into the NCAA tournament since I've been the coach. So it was a somber moment, man. It wasn't good on any level.
Academically, Coach, going from in-person to virtual, how's that for your young men? Your academic advisors probably played a big role in your assistant coaches as well, helping your young men assimilate to going from in-person, having study halls with you guys, to being home with their parents and kind of get their work done via the Blackboard systems. You kind of keep them accountable that way.
Yeah, I think that obviously in person is way better than virtually. Even though you can still learn, the distractions are way different, but it has to happen, and that's what's going on around our country, and our guys are handling it very well. It's what we have to do. Being in this pandemic and COVID hitting our nation as hard as it has, we have to do everything virtually. You have to adapt and move forward, and that's what we're doing.
Most definitely, Coach. And also, Coach, using the Zoom this summer to help your young men navigate life, what's happening in front of them. So how was that, trying to get speakers on your Zooms, talk to them about life and keeping their minds sharp and fresh? Because, when somebody said idle minds, there was workshops. So having them to themselves and not understand what's going on, how's you and help your young men navigate this whole 2020 we had so far?
Yeah, I think that, with having the Zoom calls and trying to get the guys together 2 or 3 times a week just to try to see what their mental was like, trying to see how they would continue to condition what they were doing before, when school was out. What was their mind doing when things were idle, and what were you doing? Are you on your phone? Are you going out? Are you being safe? Are you still trying to play ball? Are you trying to attend parties? It's basically just kind of giving some advice in a lot of areas to the guys, and they responded really well.
Most definitely, Coach. And speaking of their health-wise, trying to keep the young men in semi-shape, so how much did you kind of stress to the young men to work out on their own, just running if you can, do what you can at home? Because, lots of us closed gyms, stuff that were closed. How did you kind of navigate with different players, different circumstances, having to say, hey, you do this here, and you kind of giving guys individual plans to keep them kind of semi in shape before they get back to you on campus there?
Well, that's the beauty of having a strength and conditioning coach, because he did get with all of the players and kind of give them a plan of what they can do in-house. But we all know you can only be in shape so well being at home unless you have an indoor gym. But our strength coach did a phenomenal job on trying to get their intake of what they ate, what they were eating all the time, and also the exercises that they could do at home.
Most definitely, because, Coach, getting them back in shape on campus now, being in the NBA, you get a nagging hamstring, an ankle, a knee, some soft tissue injury. It could be there with you all year long. So how has it been the ramp up for your guys so they don't, have those injuries that they nag them from now on to the March, unfortunately?
Well, you're more susceptible to injuries when you're just sitting around all the time. And I think that you're seeing that in sports itself, professional sports. A lot of guys having little knick-knack injuries, some season-ending injuries, because of just sitting around and not being mobile and not being active. And then you go right to hard activity and having to practice and play hard right away. What we did was just talked about the flexibility of just trying to stay as limber as you could, to try to just kind of stretch a lot. And because when you have to come back into what we call training camp, that there's going to be more running on you that you've had in a couple months. So just to be smart about that, that's as much as you can do, because injuries are going to happen. That's just a part of the game.
And for you, Coach, you had a team last year full of freshmen and sophomores. They're there, sophomores and juniors. So having your team a year more experience in your system, how you feel about your young men, how they came back so far to you, teach them X and O Y's your system so they can be good? Because I think you guys will be very good this year. I really believe that in my heart. So seeing your young men grow a year older, how's it been for you guys?
Yeah, no, it's been a great transition. Obviously, freshmen come in, they're wide-eyed. They don't know a lot. They're trying to just go off of just adrenaline. They don't, the mental side hadn't really kicked in yet. And then going into their sophomore years, now you don't have to teach the same stuff. Now you can move past some stuff to get them better in other areas. And it's always great, man. Experience is always the best teacher. So the mistakes that they made last year, they won't make those same mistakes this year, and they'll move forward from that, man. So it's been much better having this group be older and understand some of the things that they didn't know last year and be better moving forward.
The video your team, Coach Hardaway, last year, you guys played fast. You made some mistakes, but you let them play through it and play fast. Now, doing it again this year, they'll be able to play fast without making as many mistakes. So talk about that, Coach, that, letting your young men kind of try by fire there, play fast last year, still defend kind of well as you did, but still playing fast. So talk about that and what you're going to do this year, keep playing it faster this year going forward.
Yeah, my philosophy from day one has always been want to be the fastest team on offense and the best team on defense. And that's hard to do because most great defensive teams around the country, they play at a slow pace. to try to slow the tempo down. That's a part of their defense. But for me, playing in the NBA, everything is fast-paced, and we want to have the number one pace in college. What that got us last year was a high turnover rate, which is what we don't want. We don't want. Playing fast sometimes does that, but I'm a player's coach. I want guys to play with freedom and not be robots. So I want them to play fast, and we just make up for it on the defensive end whenever we make those mistakes. And I want to be that team every year, the fastest on the offensive end and the stingiest on the defensive end.
Defensively, coach, I know that's your side of the bar. They want you know what I mean, to buy in that side of the court so they can play fast and be lenient on offense. So they can take the shots they want to, get in transition. So talk about your young men committing to defensively. And your NBA knowledge to know how the defenses work in those drop coverages. You can play the zones, the help off the corners you can do, because you play in the league with the best defensive schemes in the world. So how's that been for your young men picking up all the schemes that you know and been exposed to?
Well, I have to give them a lot of credit because most of these guys came in. They were the offensive player for their team. They were the better offensive player. They really weren't pushed hard enough to play defense or asked to play defense. They kind of played at their own pace. And to come to this high major program and be asked to do a lot more than what they've had to do their entire career was challenging for them. But they all bought in, and we made them buy in together. You know, what came from that was us being the number one opponent field goal percentage defense in the country. And that's saying a lot with the youngest team in the country because the schemes that we use are mostly NBA schemes on how we try to scheme against guys. We don't have like a one set defense. We change it up and we scheme teams, and that helps us out tremendously.
Most definitely. And I noticed last year when watching your team, I said, man, Coach Hardo using stuff I see in the NBA all the time, you know, with the drive curve, just different, helping off the gaps and slots. So I love that. And for your young man, I feel like Coach, it helps your young man wants to play the NBA. They have a head start because you're teaching them NBA defenses already. They get to the leagues like, okay, I know what this is. I know what a stun is. I know how to maybe help off the corner a little bit, and get back to my guy. So I feel like you're helping the young men so that they're not basketball-wise for the NBA level, those who want to go that route.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's one of our recruiting tools. That's why we recruit so well, and I thank God for that because we can physically show on a Zoom call how our defense is played and we can show an NBA defense the same way, and then we can show our offense and then show an NBA offense because these kids want to go to the NBA and they want to be prepared. So we can develop them and we can teach them and we can show them someone that plays their position or a similar type player in our system and how we do things. And, you know, that helps us out. That helps us recruit as well.
Now, Coach, you know, we're in the vote season right now. So how do you approach your young men about, you know, voting and having the selections important to them as young men being specifically engaged? How do you kind of approach that to young men this offseason as well?
You know, what's so amazing is social media is kind of like the teacher. These guys understand with all of the stuff that's going on with the NBA, with all of the things that are going on with the entertainers that they're really big fans of. Voting has been the main thing that everybody has been preaching. So we didn't have to go to them and go, hey, we have to vote. They wanted to vote. We got all of them registered to vote, and they all voted. They've all voted already. So I think that's phenomenal. I think that's great because every vote counts. I think some people, they felt like that their one vote doesn't count, but it does because you have a voice. That's your voice. And the players already know that through the social media challenges from all of their favorite entertainers and favorite NBA players telling them to vote, us telling them to vote. Everywhere you go, their favorite shows on TV, everybody's just talking about voting because we have to make a difference and have to make a change.
Now, Coach, non-conference scheduling-wise, I know for you guys, you can schedule whoever you want to, but how's that been scheduling games knowing 2 weeks gone from November 10th down to 25th? So how's that been trying to get the MTEs in, the classes you want to play, and get scheduled for getting an AAC play, which is going to be very tough because that conference top to bottom is hard every night?
Well, as of right now, we do have our MTE still in effect. We're in November 25th in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and our first game is against Ohio State. Which is a big test for us right away, right out of the gate. Our conference is hard enough. We don't get enough credit for how hard our conference is. And, we have added 2 extra games, so we're going to start conference play earlier. But to get back to the MTEs and the non-conference, we had to cancel Tennessee because there were not going to be any fans in that game at Bridgestone Arena. That hurt because, we wanted to play them, but it's a better decision to play with fans. So hopefully next year fans will be involved. And, other than that, we're still trying to piece this thing together. We still might have Auburn in Atlanta, which will still be a big game for us. And I think the Georgia game was supposed to be at Georgia. We might have to cancel that one as well because the conferences are playing more games. So, it's a whirlwind, but I'm just glad to just be competing this year at all.
Now, Coach, I was hoping the Hawks got the high draft picks and get maybe your man James Wiseman. Talk about your man James Wiseman. His guy's game will transfer at the NBA level, and who could probably use him up there in those top picks there.
Yeah, James is he's definitely ready. You know, when he left school, which was definitely one of the saddest moments of my career as a coach, but I did understand, you know, why he left. And to go down to Miami and to work his butt off, you see his body now. He's chiseled. He's much bigger. His ball handling, his shooting, his passing, everything is on a guard level. He can help anybody in the draft. And I've spoken to, obviously, some teams in the top 3 picks and just gave my spiel on how great of a player he's going to be. He's going to listen. He's going to be coached, be able to be coached. He's going to be a great teammate, and he's going to be one of the better players in the league right away because he's hungry and he knows what he wants. So he's going to be successful.
That's one guy for your coaches. I want to ask you about a friend of Rodney's admiring, Randy Peel, a great man, one of my mentors. Tell us about Coach Peel and relationship with Coach Peel and what he's meant to you guys and your staff and you as a person, as a man and a coach, Coach Hardaway.
Yeah, Coach Peel is a vet. He's an OG. He understands the game. He understands the game at a high level, man. He's just looking for an opportunity to get to that. He's really a head coach that's being a great assistant coach or associate head coach to people because his defensive knowledge and his knowledge of the game, just our conversations that we've had, so knowledgeable, man, about how to understand the flow of a game, how people think to put teams in certain situations. So, yeah, Coach Peel is definitely one of the legends of the game for sure.
That's my guy, Coach Hardaway. He's my mentor, man. He's like my right-hand man. That's my dude. Coach Ham will tell you the same thing, man. That's my guy, man.
Yeah, Coach Peel is a legend, man. He's a legend.
Hey, Coach Hardaway, thank you for your time, man. Hope to see you in Atlanta, man. Hope you can make it over here. I can see you guys play Auburn. I'll be wearing my blue for you guys for sure. Because that's what I roll with at the time. Because Rodney's my guy.
Yeah, no, thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Anytime. Let's Penny Hardaway in the Boston Show, people. Thank you so much, Coach.
All right, take care.
All right.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Album is available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today. True Speech and 313 Fresh. Family Grind ENT. Believe in it. Get it.
A gorgeous tan from Suntan City gives you an inner glow that relights the fire when you run into your first crush.
Vicky, who was that?
An old boyfriend.
Lucky you just tanned at Suntan City.
Lucky he's single. We're doing lunch tomorrow.
Won't be single for long then.
During Tour of the City, try all 5 tans, including spray tan, for just $4.99. Restrictions may apply. Click to buy now.
Suntan City, let yourself shine.
When you're a teen, you finally get to make some of your own decisions. Who are you going to hang out with? What do you want to be? Are you going to glance at that text while driving? Remember, a split second is all it takes for something tragic to happen. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
It's maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer. All the stars are closer.
Tell me what you gonna do to me. Confrontation ain't nothing new to me. You could bring a bullet, bring a sword, bring a morgue, but you can't bring the truth to me.
Alexa, play Kendrick Lamar and SZA.
Okay. Maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer.
With Amazon Music, a voice is all you need. Get tens of millions of songs. Download the Amazon Music app today.
Yeah, it's your man JC, the host with the most, baby, and it goes down each and every Saturday night right here in the city of Memphis. That's right, y'all. It goes down at Clicks Sports Bar Memphis, baby. 3705 Malco Way, Memphis, Tennessee, 38125. Come out and join us, the Three Kings, each and every Saturday night for the livest karaoke in the city. Everybody gets in free till 10 p.m. only $5 after. Great food. We got drink specials. We got all kind of games, man. We got the pool tables popping. Whatever you want, we got you, man. Come on out. Have a good time with us each and every Saturday night. That's Clicks Sports Bar, Memphis.